Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to yet another amazing video. Today's video is about a few brands I want to showcase and talk to you about that are more unknown than the big avant-garde giants like BBS, like Rick Owens, CCP, Dries Van Noten, Comme des Garçons, Yoshi Yamamoto and many more. But the list I made is more focused on brands, people that want to come more into avant-garde and stuff, maybe or may not know actually by now. So definitely worth looking into these brands, and I categorized these brands in two categories, which would be kind of reminiscent of older times, so sourcing materials and designs based on older centuries, so 19th century, 20th century and stuff. And then we have a category of other designers that may focus more on shape and silhouette and experimental stuff, and less on material sourcing and looks from older time. So first brand I want to start off in the category of reminiscent of older times would be Elena Dawson. Elena Dawson is known by her work also for Paul Harnden, which would be the biggest name in this category, obviously. Paul Harnden has his reputation for being one of the best shoemakers out there, also in the last century and stuff. So yeah, Elena Dawson basically helped him launch his clothing line, because at first he was only a shoemaker and known for his shoemaking skills. Elena Dawson developed his brand, got it even more known also for tailoring for the whole blazers, the mags and stuff. So definitely a brand you should look out after, since she's independent for a few years now, and really her designs are magnificent, if I can say so. And yeah, obviously not the cheapest brand out there, but what you get for the money is really exceptional, and you will always have it in your closet most likely. Then we have a similar brand, and one of my personal favorites, that would be Archivio J.M. Ribot. And then we have Casey, a brand that's more focused on simplistic designs, I would say, but also more affordable than Ribot and Dawson in that case. Then we have John Alexander Skelton, also one of the brands I admire the most, especially his waistcoats are a different breed to me. But yeah, then Marc Point from Venezia. I think most of the pieces in my closet that are just from one designer are actually from Marc Point. Also great workers there, I'm in contact with them, always nice to chat with them about fashion and new collections from them and stuff. Also very much more affordable than Dawson and Ribot, even though many designs are pretty similar, maybe not as strong as Dawson and Ribot, but still exceptional. Then Geoffrey B Small. Price is way too high for my liking, but I owned the piece once. Quality is the best I ever felt, I think, without bias. I like the brand, but like I said, I can't see myself buying too much into Geoffrey B Small, even though the quality is really maybe even the best out there. Definitely one of the best out there, and that's for a lot of years now. But yeah, I still wanted to bring them up in the video. Then we have two Asian designers that are pretty new to this niche, both not working longer than 8-9 years. So that would be Uma Wang and Ziggy Chen. Haven't owned a piece yet by any of them. Uma Wang, I had a blazer in my sight but didn't get it on Grail the seller. Sold it to another guy. I was interested in a waistcoat by Ziggy Chen in a store nearby me in Chagini in Vienna. It was amazing, but I couldn't decide in the store if I really want to pull this one. Then I went there a few weeks later and it was sold, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely ones for the future. So that was the first category. Second category, like I said, would be the more brands focusing on experimenting and shape and silhouette. So the first one I want to start off is Zam Barrett. from the US, a brand that I really like because of the price tag. It's pretty much the most affordable brand out there in avant-garde, especially because it always goes on sale, even on their own actual website. Similar to Thom Krom, but a little more elevated, I would say. Thom Krom really is my go-to option for basics, like I'm wearing now. This long sleeve is by Thom Krom, amazing quality and stuff, but not the most design crazy stuff. Zam Barrett is a little different to that. Zam Barrett also has reversible sweaters, split looks, really does great stuff, especially for the money you pay. Then the next brand I put into this list is Deepti Barth. Obviously for big avant-garde heads, that's a no-brainer. Deepti is a huge deal in avant-garde fashion, but obviously not as known as CCP. Deepti worked for Carlo Christian Pearl back in the days and now is independent, is doing amazing stuff. She might actually be my favorite designer in the moment. But yeah, I put them in the list for people that may not know Deepti by now. The next brand I have in my list is Poeme Bohemien, a brand that's known for great quality. I love the blazers from Poeme. Quality is really exceptional with Poeme. I have a blazer. I showcased this blazer in the first video of the channel. Linen, silk, crazy, really crazy. The only problem I have with Poeme is the sizing, because sometimes I can go through the size, sometimes I can go down 2 sizes, and I still didn't figure it out by now. Then we have MA Cross and Carpe Diem. I kind of put them in the same sentence because Amadei also worked for Carpe Diem back in the day. They were a group of designers that are now big names in the avant-garde fashion. So Carpe Diem was a group back in the day, consistent of many different designers. Altieri, Amadei, only to name a few. I put them in the same sentence because you can see a lot of similarities. Obviously, Amadei worked for Carpe Diem, so when he launches his own brand, there are simply gonna be similar designs. Then I have my new favorite shoemaker at the moment, James Kearns from the UK. I don't own a piece yet because usually I go for the big names out there, for Guidi, Augusta and CCP. But what James Kearns is doing for a few years now is really crazy. I love basically every single pair that he produces. The 8 holes, the 10 holes, sneaker, boots and stuff. Also the derbies are amazing. So definitely one for the future, and yeah, surely deserves a place in this list. Then we have Obscur, like the name basically already says. Very special and unusual designs, but that's kind of the whole process of design avant-garde heads, I would say. Definitely not a brand if you wanna buy everyday stuff, everyday wear, but very occasionally nice pieces. Yeah. Next designer would be Biek Verstappen. I'm not too sure, I think he's Belgian or I think he's from the Netherlands, from Amsterdam. A brand that's not too much out there yet because designs are very limited, pieces are very limited, you can barely find any even on retail sites or on Grailed, but the ones that are there are amazing, quality and stuff amazing, more simplistic I would still say. Also, like the next brand I want to say and talk about is PR Patterson. To me, pretty similar to Biek Verstappen. Focuses really on shape and silhouette, less on insane experimental stuff like Deepti CCP, but are definitely worth talking about. Then last but not least is Label Under Construction. I also put them in the list because they're there for a lot of years now, and for the prices you pay, especially on secondary market, you get nice stuff also for everyday wear, so that's why I wanted to put them there. Cardigans, shirts, pants, whatever you need, you get from Label Under Construction for a good price. So yeah, that's it for today. Actually, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, help us grow the channel, and till the next one, ciao.